One time I didn't see him for months. What's more, when he did turn up, he had a new face.
Doctor Who, ladies and gentlemen. Remember that TV show, the family show back in the day, full of male positive toxicity, right? Peter Davison, Colin Baker, Tom Baker.
I demand to see who's ever in charge of this ship.
John Pertwee, Mr. William Troughton as well, Hartnell I should say. Then it was the other Troughton dude, Patrick Troughton. Oh my God, getting my words tongue-tied there, but you know I'm full of excitement, full of bravado, and that was until they cast Jodie Whittaker as the first female Doctor ever, and she was dog shit. And then who replaced her? Gay black Rwandan, refugee from Rwanda, called Shoot Me Gatwa. And we wanted to give him a chance, but then when he turned up on the red carpet with Russell T Davies, probably his part-time F-buddy, if you know what I mean, in some very weird wardrobe malfunction choices, and waxing lyrical that there's never been diversity in mainstream entertainment for many decades, an absolute lie, by the way, which I've disproven here on this channel many, many times. Well, guess what? His final episode was on Saturday. You might be forgiven for thinking that BBC is all out there for Pride Month 2025, because if you didn't realise, it's the 2nd of June. But when I've looked across the internet, there are no other major media company celebrating hashtag Pride. I wonder why that is. The blowback, the pushback, who absolutely knows? But I absolutely revel and laugh in the face of it. Just like this size 12 dress, because yes, Shoot Me Gatwa has put on the weight since he's now left the show in place of what this thing is going to regenerate into, and I can't wait, to quote New Shoes. So make sure you hit the like button, smash that subscribe button, and let's get on with today's video, which is the total and utter nuclear desecration of a once beloved BBC icon. That is Doctor Who. Rewind.
Excellent!
Here we go again.
Now, before I do react to this particular sequence, folks, it's in 4K. It's the BBC/Disney, because Disney, for some reason, now actually has its very DEI clause in this franchise. And when I see Doctor Who in a girl's dress, I do have to wonder what the fuck is going on in this world right now. If this were a parody show, this would be absolutely funny beyond belief, but Shoot Me Gatwa completely embracing his sexuality, despite the fact that when he was cast in the role, he wouldn't let on to people that he was actually gay. He was like pretending to be very ambiguous, and nobody was buying it, because you got effeminate men who aren't gay, but then you got the men who pretend to be effeminate and are gay, right? Now, despite his preferences, his proclivities, whatever he likes to dabble in, let's watch this, because, oh my God, the fallout of this is just wonderful.
I love to win, but I also love to dance. An absolute joy.
I'm not being funny, but regenerations take a few seconds. They really are milking that Disney teat, aren't they? So, in case you didn't know, and I had to do a bit of a double take, that is Billie Piper. Rose, she has returned. She is your next Doctor. And I gotta say, Billie Piper, the years have not been very kind to you, love. Oof, and Billie Piper In case some of you don't know, because you want to, she's married to Lawrence Fox. Mr. Fox is known for his very conservative views, especially his remarks on the 1917 film directed by Sam Mendes, where Mendes included Sikh soldiers in that film, and Fox retorted by saying they never existed, and he was proven wrong in that instance, which is absolutely hilarious. Lawrence Fox, his brother-in-law, is Richard Ayoade from the IT Crowd, Moss to you and I. And again, I have said here on repeated occasions, it should have been Ayoade to play the Time Lord. Many fans felt the same way as I did. You didn't need a degree in Bachelor of Science to know that, right? But here we are, folks. It is what it is, and I think it's going to be an absolutely glorious mess. I mean, did they not learn their lessons from Jodie Whittaker? Clearly not. I mean, it's Russell T Davies is tripling down. And again, the reason why I mention Billie Piper's marriage to Lawrence Fox, because I wonder if she leans into his political machinations, or does she distance herself away from him in that respect? Which raises the question, why are you still married to him then, love? That is possibly your new doctor. And good luck, BBC. You're continuing to shoot this franchise into the ground. And may long do you deserve it. In fact, if I'm not mistaken, Miss Piper has had some work done to her lips. I used to work at a specific, I'm not going to say where in London, but it's a posh part of London, in an embassy, which was next door to Billie Piper and her then husband, Chris Evans, the ginger-haired fool from BBC Radio Tour. So I used to see her going into a mansion day in, day out, and she was really good looking. Honestly, I mean, people don't think of Billie Piper as being extraordinarily, a hottie, but she was. But I want to see what she looks like now. Like I said, the years have not been kind to Miss Piper. Good grief. Now, what's really funny on this BBC article, because now I can actually show you the spoiler, shoot me Gatwa, and he probably wishes somebody had shot him, not in front of the cameras, if you know what I mean, with a paper gun, regenerates into Billie Piper as he leaves Doctor Who. I'm amazed they got that pronoun correct in the first place. And what does it say below? Warning, this article contains spoilers. Despite the fact that Lizo Mazimba, an absolute plumhead, actually puts the spoiler in the headline. So come on, Lizo, what are you doing, dude? Shoot Me Gatwa regenerated into Billie Piper in the series finale of Doctor Who on Saturday night. He left the role after playing the iconic character for two series too soon if you ask me. Piper, who previously played the Doctor's assistant, Rose Tyler, said the opportunity to step back on that TARDIS, now the retardis, one more time was just something I couldn't refuse. So that's confirmation, folks. Billie Piper is your new female Doctor. In a press release, the BBC said just how and why Billie Piper, is back remains to be seen. Now, going back to that horror shot that is Billie Piper's face right here, I'm absolutely disappointed that Hunter Schafer, the dude who has mental issues because he thinks he's a woman in disguise, who's meant to be your new Princess Zelda for Nintendo, good luck with that, guys. They could have cast him in this would have been an absolute coup for the BBC. Not that I'm saying that I would have liked Hunter to actually be the new Doctor Who. I don't even know if you can perfect an English accent, let alone a Rwandan one, because that's where Shoot Me Gatwa is from. So I'm just curious as to why the BBC didn't go for Hunter Schafer, but they went for Billie Piper, who, let's face it, is past her better years in terms of being youthful and energetic and quite the bombshell back in her day. But this is absolutely, it's what the BBC deserves. And in fact, when we look at X, this is even more funnier. Tom Power tweets, everyone after watching the latest Doctor Who finale. And, well, David Tennant, I mean, you can't really let this guy off the hook, can he? Because he's an absolutely wokey-dokey moron these days, which I find ironic when he first started out. I hope the fact she escapes means the Doctor is fully left open for this diva to return. Oh, my God! Yeah, Jodie Whittaker, potato face. I mean, you know, this chick was really hot, man. I don't know, Gemma, whatever her face is. I forgot her surname now. Yeah. Shoot me, Gatwa cannot act at all. I'll tell you, this guy's an absolute moron. Have a look at that. Yeah, there you go. Progressive Doctor Who, ladies and gentlemen. This is what your TV license is paying for. Yeah, this garbage right here. And by the way, Ross McTaggart, I'm still waiting for you to come and pay me an unexpected visit to my door because I got my camera ready to rock and roll and to film your dumbass officers who may turn up to my premises because, oh my God, I'm watching TV illegally. Hi, Billy. All right, love. Yeah, welcome to hell, which is pretty much what they should be saying for the next Doctor Who series, which I reckon will be back by the autumn of this year. The man who destroyed Doctor Who, ladies and gentlemen, let's not forget, he's the man who absolutely destroyed this show with woke politics and garbage. Yep, that is the impressionable Billie Piper back in the day. I mean, do I have to say any more? Do I? Well, I'm just going to leave it right here, actually, because it's absolutely worth gawping at. I mean, I can see why Chris Evans fell for her. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The absolute desecration and annihilation of Doctor Who as you know him. Sylvester McCoy, go and watch his season as the Doctor. Seasons. He was great. Absolutely. Peter Capaldi, Tom Baker, Colin Baker, John Pertwee. Watch those guys instead. See what you're missing out on. And boy, did they have some hot female assistants to accompany them on their Time Lord journeys. Makes me wish I were a doctor at some point. And then Billie Piper, in her absolute prime right here, could be my nurse. But if you enjoyed this video today, folks, give this tomfoolery a like. Smash that subscribe button. And if I were you, and if you were me, you should definitely return for the next video.
Of course, it was my final moment as Doctor Who. It was the big regeneration into Colin. My main thought that went through my head: why am I looking at Nicola Bryant's cleavage? Good old Jacket.
Jacket, you got the bat smell?
Because that's all I could see. I thought no one's going to be looking at my acting. I was acting my heart out.
I was unaware. I was completely unaware as to how that scene was being filmed. And I know Peter is notorious now for claiming that his death was upstaged by my cleavage. I just happened to be built that way.
There must be something I can do.
And Miss Nicola Bryant, from men of culture everywhere, we're very glad you're built this way.
Like and subscribe, or get your nuts Krogan crushed on Kung Fu Hot Dog.